Hello friends, welcome again. In this lecture, we will learn about the references. So basically there are three types of references. First one is relative, second one is absolute, and third one is mixed. So first of all, we will begin with a relative reference. So what is a relative reference? It is the most common cell reference we are talking about. The relative cell references are basic cell reference that adjusts and change when copied and when using the autofill. So let's understand with them an Excel sheet. Okay, let's suppose if you want to add two numbers, like two numbers of 1 and 2, okay, and equal to 1 plus 3, 4, B4 is there. Now if I copy cell and paste it here, so what is happening here? See, I have already entered the information that I am doing the summation of this two number B3 and B4, and it is showing here. If I copy it and paste it here, this formula, now by through the relative cell reference, the references have shifted downwards as well. So the difference is now B6 and B7. If I entered any number here, 3 and 4, the summation is coming up here also. Okay, now suppose, okay, I am doing the summation of numbers. Okay, I am taking any number 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Okay, I have just entered the summation formula here now, and using the autofill, click here. So using the cell reference here, the cell reference is G4 and H4. Okay, I'm highlighting this one, and this G4 H4. Now the cell reference is G5 and H5. So G5 is this 3 and H5 is 4. So it is going downwards. This is the cell reference. Okay, 18 is similar, 8 plus 18, so G7 plus H7. So G7 is the address of the cell, G is the column and 7 is the row, and 8 is the number which resides in the G7 cell. So similarly, this cell, that is I7, is the address of this cell, and mathematical operation is being done here, which is taking the value from the G7 cell, that is the 8, and plus H7 cell, that is the 10, and giving us the output of 18 here. Now if I copy paste this formula and put somewhere else here, see, the output is 0 because it is taking the reference of K4, and the second reference is L4. Okay, so no value is there. I will put it here to 3. See, the value is coming up. So here why it is taking the 2 reference K4 and L4, because here in I4 the two references were G4 and H4. Like I4 was shifted to this side, M4. So similarly, the G4 was shifted to K4 and H4 shifted to L4. So now this M4 is taking the value of K4 and L4. Okay, let's do one other exercise for much better understanding. Now go to the M1 exercise. In the exercise, we need to do the summation of these numbers to calculate the total. How much is the cost of the car, refrigerator and washing machine? So let's do it. I will take equal sign cost plus 1000. Okay, this is the value. As using the autofill, I will click it here like this one. So see, using the autofill, it is the reference is taking the B3 and C3 we have entered, and it is automatically taking the references B4 and C4 and B5 and C5. Okay, similarly we can, it is for the summation only, we can do it for this one as well. The cost we need to find into 1, and I will do the autofill. See, it's taking the references here like this one. Okay, now let's understand the absolute references. So absolute references, in this association might arise, we need to block the cell or the cell reference. In this how we hold or block the cell is using the $sign in front of the cell reference number. Okay, let's understand it. Okay, suppose you want to multiply the number 2 with 5, 3 with 5, 4, 5 with 5, and 6 and 5. So how you can do it? In terms of the relative reference, 2 into 5. Okay, now using the autofill, if I click it down, see, it is 2 into 5, 10, 3 into 5 is not equal to 30, it is equal to 15, and it is showing me the 30. What is the problem here? See, we have done 2 into 5. Now in this cell the multiplication is happening with the not between the 3 into 5, it is happening 3 into 10 because of the relative reference. And similarly here as well, the multiplication is between 4 into 30, that is 120, not 4 into 5, that is 20. Here what we need to do, we need to block this value as well. How we can do it? I have earlier told by using the $sign. So B2 has to be blocked. So just put the dollar value before B and before 2 and click enter, and just using the autofill, see, the number has been is correct now. 3 into 5 is correct. Now if you see the formula bar as well, the B2 is constant here and everything else is changing. Like here the A3 into B2, now A4 into B2, and A5 into B5. The A5 is a relative reference and B2 is the absolute difference, which is not changing. Okay, suppose you want to divide the 5 by 2, then 5 by 3, then 5 by 4. So how it can be done? Equal to 5 divided by 3. Okay, now we need to block the B2. Let's do it in a normal way. You know it is not correct because 5 has to be constant and it is not constant. It is taking the reference of B3, then B4, then B5 and B6. So let's make it constant, like putting the $sign. Now autofill it. Okay, now let's move to just the next header, that is the mixed reference. Mixed reference is the combination of both relative reference and absolute reference. In this, either one of the column is blocked and a row is changing, and one row is absolute and the other column is relative, and it can be done by putting the $sign in front of that. Okay, so let's understand much better in the Excel sheet. Now this is in this exercise you need to multiply this number with 2 by 2, this number by 3, this number by 4, this number by 5. Okay, now this number by 2, this number by 5. The output has to come here, here and here. Okay, let's do it by for the column B into 2. Now if using autofill, I click it here. Okay, it is like the absolute value reference has to be given to the 2 because we need the multiplication of 2 by 2, 3 by 2, 4 by 2 and 5 by 2, and one cell reference has to be relative and another one has to be absolute. So B2 is the absolute difference. Okay, by putting the $sign. Okay, and clicking here. Okay, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 is coming here like this. Similarly for the 2 by 3, 3 by 3 and 4 by 4 and 3 by 3. So we need to 2 by Here also we need to block the C2 because it is absolute cell reference we are talking about, and A3 is the relative one, by using a dollar sign and clicking autofill. Now let's repeat the exercise. Cell reference. Let's block the column, then row. Similarly here, block the column, then blocking the row. Okay, so it has been done one by one by using this absolute reference. Now suppose that this number is reaching to 100, but we need to do the multiplication till 100. So if we are going to repeat this exercise till 100, it is going to be very difficult. We need to enter the formula for each column. So there must be some way in which we enter the formula or cell difference in one cell and we can just autofill all the remaining other cell. So how it can be done? Let's try it by using the mixed references. I will delete this cell. Okay, by A10 into 5. Okay, now we are multiplying A10, that is A, and B9, that is the 2. If we try to drag this cell here, now see what is happening here. Now and drag this downward. Now let's understand. 4 2 into 2 is 4. Now 12, how it is coming? It is 4 into 3, 12 is coming. And then how 48 is coming? To 12 into 48. Okay. Now in this case, what we need to fix it? Here what is not changing and what is changing? Here 2 is remaining constant and this is changing continuously, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here A10 has to be constant and else has to be changing. So we need to just absolute, make this cell absolute. Okay, then drag it. So now it is giving the correct result. 2 into 2 4, 2 into 3 6, 2 into 4 8, 2 into 5 10. Okay, now in case of this one column, which cell has to be blocked is this one. The 2 into 2, 3 into 2 is this one. Okay, now see what is happening here right now. First we have blocked this cell for this row 10, and for column B we have already blocked this one. So here the mixed reference is going to help us a lot. So what we can do, first of all, first understand in this, for this row we go 2 by 2. But we have fixed which cell has been made absolute is this one, A10. Okay, and then it is changing for the 3, 4 and 5 cells, no differences. So, and if you see the 2, 3 and 4, this row number, row 9, see the row is remaining constant, but the column B, C, D is remaining, is changing. So here what we can do, we need to just change the column and we need to fix the row here. Here we can change this way. Okay, dollar signs indicate the row 9 has been blocked, and but B, the column has not been blocked, but it will remain, it will continuously change. Okay, I will just do it and extend it. Okay, see, now it is the ninth row is not changing, so it has been blocked. C, D and E is changing, the column is changing. Now we need to do it further. This here the column is not changing, but the row is changing. 10, 11, 12. So the column will be blocked and row will be made relative. Okay. Here the column is A and the column is A and the row is 10, 11, 12, 13. So here the column A is blocked and row has been made relative. Okay, so let's click it downwards here. Okay, so you see 3 into 2 6, 4 into 2 6. So basic idea is, if the column is continuously changing, just see the number, that is see here 2 3 4, it is the column is changing but row is remaining constant, and here the row is changing and the column is constant. Now by seeing this you can get an idea what has to be blocked here. Okay, and by using autofill we can completely fill the data here. See, now it is giving complete information like 3 by 3 and 3 by 4 is 12, 4 by 5 is 20. So let's do it once again to get the complete understanding. 0, 2 into 5. Okay, now if you see from this point of view, 10th row, the 10th is remaining constant and the column is changing. So we need to just block the row, that is row 9. Okay, and from the point of view of A10, that is A column is constant and the row is changing, so we will block this one and click OK and drag it to the cell C. Thank you and have a nice day.